We are now in April 2024. This year's gone incredibly quick already. What are the best things to pick up this month? There has been a lot of stuff going around regarding the sealed market. I did a video recently talking about what's been going on in the Pokemon sealed market right now, and it has been going absolutely crazy. So if you haven't checked out that video, go and watch that one after this one. But today I'm going to be going through some great sealed product that I've talked about in that video, but we're going to say which ones are the best to get in this video. Let's get into it. All right, guys. So things are happening in the market. In the sealed, it's going crazy. Now, I've had a lot of people say to me, Jace, which is the best booster boxes to pick up right now? There's so many great sets. Things are going through the roof. You know, booster boxes are reaching new highs. I want to get in on it before things are too late, right? These are going to be 5 great sets with an honorable mention that you should get into it now before it's too late. So this is going to be a slightly different one than I normally do, where I'm like, oh, these are the 5 good things to pick up this month. No. This is what is good to get now before it's going to go right up and you've missed the boat. Because that's happened with a lot of stuff, especially Evolving Skies, right? We've talked about Evolving Skies so much on this channel. We're looking at £600 a booster box. In $800 or heading towards $800 at this rate of Evolving Skies. It's crazy, guys. It is super duper crazy. And I personally don't want to miss out on other sets as well, and I know you guys don't want to either, but let's get into it. Starting off with the honorable mention. Starting things off, honorable mention, we're on TCG Player. You may be thinking, Jace, what the hell is this? This is Battle Stars. Now, I made a comment on one of my streams recently where someone asked me about, you know, is there any particular sets that I wouldn't say like are, you know, dark horses or something like that, but what are sets that are good, that is kind of under the radar, that people aren't really talking about, and why? Now, I'm not going to big up every single set in the Sword and Shield era because there are some which are just terrible, okay? So I'm not going to talk about them. I'm only going to talk about the ones which I feel have potential, okay? Is this a dark horse? Is this one that's sitting in the background waiting to explode? I don't think it is, but I do feel like this is one that we kind of don't really want to ignore. Now, I like Battle Stars, and that's fair enough. And some people don't. A lot of people don't, to be fair. And it's a terrible set to open, to be honest. But it is the first set that had the alt arts. It has the Sleeping Tyranitar, which is a massive alt art that, you know, myself and other collectors really like. It's got other alt arts in the set which are kind of like a bit meh, and, you know, not really interested in that much. But the thing is it's the first of the alt arts. And there are a ton of sets in the Sword and Shield era which are fantastic to get. You know, they have alt arts. And it starts off with Battle Styles, and it goes all the way through to Silver Tempest, right? You have a ton of alt arts. I don't think every single alt art is going to go through the roof. They just not, right? Just like not every single tag team alt art in Sun and Moon era has shot to the moon like some of them did, right? So I wouldn't say every single one of them has gone up. But I think the Tyranitar has real potential down the line to become... It's already quite expensive, but really expensive, right? The booster boxes, $109 or $110. Over here in the UK, Battlestar is actually not that cheap. It's actually more expensive than this. The prices do vary depending on where you look, but Battlestars is not that easy really to get hold of. And, you know, over the past year, it's down on the year. It hasn't really moved much. We'll be taking a look at Chill and Rain and the like later on this video, because, you know, they're good ones to buy. But I would say that, you know, Battlestars is a very good one. It is very interesting to see if this will go up and how much will it go up by. I don't think it's going to be like Crimson Invasion or Steam Siege or something like that. No, I kind of feel like it'll be a mid to low on the values, but I do feel like it'll go up just because it's got an eye. It's one to keep an eye on that I think has potential. That's why it's an honorable mention and not one that I would like run and get it now type thing. Not that. Right, so starting off this list, coming at number 5, we have Silver Tempest. Now, there are a ton of great Sword and Shield era sets that have alt arts, and I do believe that Silver Tempest is one. Of course, you've got the alt art Lugia. A lot of the alt arts in the set have dropped quite a lot in value due to the recent reprints, but booster boxes have bounced back pretty well. We're looking at $140, so basically retail cost of a booster box. Now, over here in the UK, you can still pick this up for like 110, less than 110, which is actually pretty good. And I would highly suggest getting it. Is this the weakest out of the Trainer Gallery sets? No, but it's not the best one. And I think it's between this and Astral Radiance that we kind of got to look out for. I mean, we've seen, you know, Evolving Skies do incredibly well. You got Brilliant Stars and Lost Origin as well. We'll get to them. But number 5, I think Silver Tempest is a pretty decent set. It's reasonably cheap right now. We go back over the past year for Silver Tempest, and it's not quite back to where it was pre-reprints, essentially, because the reprints really did drop the price, but it bounced back quite well and pretty strong, actually. So I think right now is a really good time for Silver Tempest. Like I say, here in the UK, get it for like 105, 110, great price. And I do feel like, you know, picking this up for less than 140 or around 140 is pretty decent. And I expect it to be a climber in the future. I think any of the trainer gallery sets are definitely going to be ones that, you know, we need to really look out for. You know, we've already seen how good Evolved Skies is, right? In Sword and Shield. Chill and Rain, we've already seen it go pretty high. Fusion Strike, exactly the same. And we're going to start to see sets like Lost Origin do it, and there's going to be others. There are going to be some that's kind of not going to do it, and I expect that to be like Dark Ablaze and Vivid Voltage. Like I say, potentially Battle Styles, but you know, you've got those two which are kind of a bit meh. Rebel Clash is already quite high due to how old it is, and same goes for Sword and Shield base. It's the old art sets we've got to look out for. And Silver Tempest has the Lugia, has some pretty good training gallery cards with the Rayquaza as well. I do feel like Silver Tempest is like I say, 3 or 4 out of the training gallery sets are still pretty good. Number 4, we have Astral Radiance. We just talked about Silver Tempest, and I mentioned a little bit about Astral Radiance. I've always kind of viewed Astral Radiance as the weakest of the trainer gallery sets, but as time has gone on, I'm actually thinking it's probably the 3rd best. I actually think this is better than Silver Tempest. If I had to pick between the two of which set has the most amount of cards I like and I want to get, it's actually Astral Radiance. There's some amazing alternate arts in this set, and I really like the trainer gallery. I've always said Astral Radiance has had a really strong trainer gallery, and I stick by it. It really, really does. So we're looking at 144 for a box, and it has gone up over the past 3 months. It has been going up from 127 up to now basically what is retail. We go back over the past year, and this booster box has kind of stayed roughly the same. It did actually go up, and it went down, and it come back up again. Here's the thing with Astral Radiance. It didn't get like a reprint like, you know, Silver Tempest and Lost Origin did. Like, there was a lot of Astral Radiance around anyway. It just didn't really get much of a reprint, or most recent reprint, compared to those two other sets. Still got reprints, but not recently. So a lot of stockers and supply is drying out essentially. So you've got to keep an eye on Astral Radiance. Like I say, it's got the Machamp, it's got some amazing alt arts in it, a very strong trainer gallery. I think the trainer gallery sets are going to be golden. I think they're just, all 4 of them are going to be fantastic. I mean, we saw like the back end of the Sun and Moon era. The sets that contained the alt arts, like the tag team alt arts, have done way better than the sets in Sun and Moon that don't. Are we going to see the same with alt arts in Sword and Shield? It looks to be that way. It really, really does. So yes, I know we're going on and on and on about Sword and Shield, but things are getting crazy. This is the time to not miss out. Alright, in number 3 we have Brilliant Stars. I love Brilliant Stars. I think Brilliant Stars is an insanely stacked set. We know it got all the Charizards. We know it's got some amazing training gallery cards with Evolutions. You got Golden Birds in there. There's so much stuff in this set. Good pull rates as well. So we're looking at 161 a box. So this is already on the uptick. Now we did see Brilliant Stars a while back actually reach pretty high. I don't know if we can go as, I don't think it will show us, but if you went back even further than a year, it actually was around 180. And there was a reprint that happened, reprint / big restock that happened, and the price dropped a fair amount. It may went around that about 130, 125, 130, and then it started to trickle up, bounce at 150, then it dropped back down to like, what was that, just below 140, and now it's back on the rise again. Brilliant Stars, in my opinion, top 5 set in the Sword and Shield era. You know, and I would say 2nd best trainer gallery set. Keep an eye on this one. It's still available on the Pokemon Center website, even over here in the UK. I mean, we talked about Astral Radiance. You can pick up Astral Radiance here for like 120, 130 a box, so it is on the uptick. Brilliant Stars has always been like around 140 a box over here. I would suggest picking it up. I have a feeling that Brilliant Stars will be gone pretty soon. So keep that in mind. Really keep that in mind. It's actually quite expensive for this over in Europe because they don't have a Pokemon Center. I think it's like 190, 200. So it's going to happen. That's why it's at number 3. Number 2, we're going to be talking about Lost Origin. Lost Origin, I swear, this set is doing crazy stuff. So, as you can see here, it's 173. Over the past year, look at that, wham. It is just, this is pre-reprint. This is the cause of the reprint. And this is when the reprint doesn't exist anymore. So, yeah, over the past month, it's gone from 147 to 173. Over here in the UK, about 3-4 weeks ago, I picked up some boxes for 130 a box. Quite comfortably. You could pretty much look anywhere and it was 130. Then about maybe 2 weeks ago, week and a half ago, I looked and on the Pokemon Center website, just randomly, you know, scrolling. I was like, I want to pick up some Lost Origin. Sold out. I was like, oh. Went on eBay. It was like 180. Now it's 200 a box over here in the UK for Lost Origin. 200. It's going to go up even more. So what's happening to Fusion Strike and Chill and Rain over in the US, where it's sold out in the Pokemon Center? is what Lost Origin is happening to Lost Origin here. And the thing is what happened to Fusion Strike and Chilling Reign over in the US. Once it sells out over here on the Pokemon Center, it's going to do exactly the same. Trying to get a rough idea what number 1 might be, but still, Lost Origin is doing absolutely crazy. It is just rushing everything right now. Giratina, Aerodactyl, okay-ish trainer gallery, not the best, kind of one of the weaker ones, I would say. And on top of that, you do have some nice arts, but pretty much every single card in the set has been dropping in value, except Giratina and Aerodactyl. Everything else is not really worth it. Everyone wants it for the Giratina or the hunt for the Giratina to try and pull it, and that is enough to make people to buy Lost Origin. So yeah, Lost Origin is doing pretty well. I've got some in my collection. I think now's a really great time to pick them up before they start going really crazy. We could be looking at top 2, top 3 set in the Sword and Shield era in the future. Who knows? But it's doing real big movements right now. So don't miss it out before it gets silly expensive. And then coming at number 1, we have a joint one between Fusion Strike and Chilling Reign. Both of them is number 1. They've always kind of been side by side each other in value for the longest time. And they both kind of had a similar story. You know, Chilling Reign, nobody cared about it. It was $89 a box. I got a lot of slack, you know, from people saying, Jace, it's a terrible set. Why buy it? You know, I'm not interested in Chilling Reign. It's poor. It's too cheap. There's a ton of it around. I hear it all the time. You get it all the time. Oh, this set's heavily printed. Nobody cares. And bear in mind, this set was heavily printed. Same goes for Fusion Strike. Nobody cared about Fusion Strike. It came out after Celebrations. It came out after Evolving Skies. The next after this was Brilliant Stars. Nobody cared about Fusion Strike. I didn't even care about Fusion Strike when it came out. This is again was $80, $90. Now look at it. Now with Chilling Reign, for the longest time, I kept talking about Chilling Reign. When it first came out, I kept going on and on and on and drilling it into people. Pick it up for 90, pick it up for 90, pick it up for 90. And, you know, some people did, some people didn't, right? Fusion Strike, I kind of was just a bit like, meh, you know, for a while. And I think it might have been, I would say, mid-2022, a few months after Fusion Strike came out. I thought to myself, this is not bad. This is still $90 a box. Let me go and pick some up. Started opening up some more. I really appreciate the artwork. And I added some in my collection. Now look what's going on with Fusion Strike. $230 a box. It's sold on the Pokemon Center website. It is going literally to the moon. I wouldn't be surprised. It sounds crazy to say, but I wouldn't be surprised by the end of the year we could be seeing $300 a box, if I'm being honest, right? Over the past month, this box went from 160 to 230 in the past month. Yeah, so I expect it to reach 300, maybe even more by the end of the year, but 300 at least. It's very, very realistic. Now let's talk about Chilling Reign. Chilling Reign's a little bit less at 192. It's about $40 less than Fusion Strike, but kind of similar story, right? I mean, it was around 160 and is now up to 190. I mean, on the year it was 140 and it's just sharp. And we've seen the same with Fusion Strike, right? We go back to Fusion Strike, we go back the year. I mean, look at that. Ding, 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 and then bang, it just went right up, which is crazy. So yeah, look, it is what it is. Pick them up while you can. If you live here in the UK, now is the best time. It's still, both of them are still available on the Pokemon Center website. You can pick them up for $144 a box or whatever it is. Do it. Do it. You know, if you got the disposable money and you got the money and you want to be like, right, Jace, what's the best bang for my buck right now? Chilling Reign and Fusion Strike. Because I can tell you right now, especially if you're here in the UK, if you buy a Chilling Reign or Fusion Strike booster box, right, as soon as it goes out of stock, it's going to go the same as Lost Origin. It's going to go from 130 to 200 in a matter of weeks. So it's crazy. It's crazy. So yeah, now's a good time to get them, and you'll do pretty well. You'll do pretty well. I'm looking to pick up some more before they're gone. They're the best ones to get right now. There you have it, guys. That is what I would say now is the best time to pick up, you know, products to get right now this month, because it's just going crazy. Yes, Evolving Skies is reaching insane heights. If you don't have Evolving Skies and you do have the money to be able to buy some Evolving Skies, look at maybe picking up just one box. The fact is that Evolving Skies booster boxes now are reaching similar heights, if not more, than some of the Sun and Moon era boxes. To me, is ludicrous. So it'd be interesting to see. Will it be $1,000? Yeah, I think it will reach $1,000. When? Don't know. Can't put a time frame on it, but it will. But yes, you could be like, oh yeah, but Jace, if I pick up a Evolving Skies booster box for £600, you know, it's going to plateau. It's not going to keep going, keep getting back. Let's say it plateaued at 1,000. Yeah, you would have made £400 profit. pretty good. But the entry point is very, very high. Whereas right now, especially in the UK, you could probably pick up, let's say you picked up for the same price, 2 Fusion Strike, 2 Chin and Rain. You would make a good amount of money on them in the long run. Really good. So you got to look at it that way. I do feel like there are better options out there right now. But these are the ones to get before they go. A lot of the Trainer Gallery ones, anything with an art is potentially good. Same with Battle Styles. But I would probably avoid Dancer Blaze, Vivid Voltage, Golden Shield Base and Rebel Clash. They're not very good. Holiday sets are okay, but for me, I go for booster boxes. But yeah, these are the sets that I would look at and consider picking up. If you made this far into the video, guys, and you've enjoyed it, make sure to smash that like button and make sure you subscribe for more Pokemon content. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments, whether or not these are great pickups or not. What are you picking up? What are the prices are like where you are? Crazy stuff is happening. Crazy stuff. It is a buyer's market right now. Don't let it go amiss. If you want to know what's going on in the sealed Pokemon market right now, then make sure to click the video on screen. If you watch more Pokemon content, guys, you know what to do. Make sure to hit that subscribe button. Alright, guys, that's it for me in this video. As always, you guys are legends, and I'll see you in the next one.